Welcome to News and Views. My name is Danae Jones and it's my pleasure to bring you this week's segment. Today we're at the Doubletree by Hilton in the Cairns CBD. Doubletree has all you need to stay and dine, with the Atrium restaurant and the Vine Room wine bar and an array of function facilities for all occasions. Today we are talking to Major Ben Johnson, the newly appointed Corps Officer for the Salvation Army across Far North Queensland. The Salvos are always there in times of need in our local community, and often the work they do goes unnoticed as they don't seek praise or applause for the work they do. They just get in and do what needs to be done to support those in need when they need it most. Every year they take part in a community-driven fundraiser, the Red Shield Appeal, to not only raise funds for the charities so they can carry out their work, but to also raise awareness of the services they offer in the community. Welcome to News and Views, Major Ben.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for joining us. Now, I believe you've been rather busy with all the flooding going on in North Queensland.
Yes, we
Can
have.
you explain to us the kind of recovery works that you've been doing here in Far North Queensland in particular?
Sure. Over the recent days, we've had particular engagement with the Crystal Cascades Caravan Park and the water that came through the park, and I guess the mess that was left behind after that.
Phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's quite shocking, and a great surprise to both the residents and the locals. And we've been able to just provide some emotional support there, but also some small amounts of financial assistance as well, just to help people get re-established and on their way.
You were saying to me before that the emotional assistance is really the work where the Salvos shine, because in situations where there is a natural disaster and it comes upon you suddenly and you just unexpectedly have to basically upheave your whole life, that's where you guys do your best work. Yeah,
I mean, I think that's where we shine. We partner with all the local agencies. We don't do our emergency services stuff alone. There's a lot of people that contribute to that, and we always acknowledge them. But when they're doing, I guess, the grunt work of cleaning up the mud or helping people salvage their possessions and that sort of thing, where they're providing emotional support, we also do cater and that sort of thing as well. But I guess that emotional support is where we really shine.
Yeah, and we're so lucky to have people like you in our community across Australia when these things happen. Now, I know there is a definite way that we can all help you, and that's May every year with the Red Shield Appeal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So what happens at Red Shield Appeal every year? It's your main community fundraiser, but what is it that you're wanting to really get out there to the community in May for them to get involved?
We always get great support from our community. We're very fortunate to have the recognition we do in community, and we're a very well represented and recognised brand, for want of a better term. But we get so much assistance from all areas of community, from people that have been assisted through to corporates as well.
Well, I know one of the things that I found quite interesting over the years when I've done door knocking with you guys is that it's the communities where you think you're going to get the least amount of donations, so the lower socioeconomic suburbs,
Yes.
where you seem to get the most handed to you in the bucket. I just found that quite extraordinary.
Absolutely. I've experienced that myself, and when people have had face-to-face interaction with our services, and people's lives are transformed, and it's not necessarily all our doing, but we've just given people help at that right moment, and they've seen us. There's a sense of hope and a willingness to keep trying, and so when they see the Salvation Army, they see a place of hope, and they want to contribute back to what we do.
It's marvellous, and I know in community here in Cairns and the greater surrounding Far Northern region, you've got obviously your churches, but you've also got so many hubs of services that you offer out there. You've got the homeless shelter, you've got money care. Can you explain to us some of the services that people are accessing from you on a daily basis?
As you said, Money Care is a financial counselling service, and we do get some government funding to help with that. But a lot of these services are very dependent upon the dollars that are donated for the Red Shield appeal. We have the crisis accommodation, we have our basic welfare where people can get assistance for paying bills, electricity, that sort of thing, fuel vouchers for emergency situations, and obviously food and that sort of thing. So we also have, I guess, other support services like our courts and prisons chaplain, who works in the court system and also visits the prisons once a week as well. And so these are all services that are available to our community that the Salvation Army provides.
Anyway.
And yeah, not many people know necessarily all about those. So.
No, they don't. I know that you guys have mentioned to me before when young people get in trouble and they're on the other side of the law and they don't have a parent or guardian to be there with them. Often you guys step in at all hours of the day and night to be there with them.
Yeah, we tend to be a gap filler. There are lots of great services around the place, and we basically, our mission statement is to serve where there is need, and so we can respond to different situations in ways that some other organisations can't. And that's why we love what we do, where when we see a need we can go and do our best to fill it or help people find a solution.
Centennial Lodge is a lodge, that homeless shelter that has been around in our community for many, many years. And I think that a lot of people don't realise the great work that goes on there. Can you explain to us a little bit about your wife? Captain Emma obviously runs that, what she does on a daily basis there.
My wife looks after the crisis accommodation there at Centennial Lodge, and it's a facility that houses 25 male beds, 15 women's beds, and then there's 4 family units, I believe, there as well. We're both very new to the job. We've only been here in Cairns for a number of months, and we're still learning, I guess, the local landscape. But
and you've had floods, you've had I don't know how many crises since your arrival, so you guys are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
That chism of fire in Far North Queensland for the Salvation Army officers, you poor things. Oh well, that's how you learn, hey?
Yes, definitely.
So how can we help? In May, when the Red Shield appeal occurs, and there are people out there door knocking in the community, or there's business lunches that are on, how can people really step up and help you?
I mean, we always try and engage the cross section of the community. So, we go to schools and we ask school students and teachers to donate their time on a Sunday to come and help us door knock or man a static collection point. We have people from the banks that come and help us count the funds that are raised, and we have also our corporate launch, our business launch. And that's an opportunity for our businesses to give as a corporate entity.
And it's not just money necessarily that you're after either, is it, at this time of year in May? It's also raising awareness and obviously gathering those armies of volunteers to assist.
Yeah, I mean, part of the Red Shield appeal is very much getting that message out there that the Salvation Army is here, we're active, and we love what we do. And when
that's obvious, yeah.
When we get to talk about what we do, it's very fulfilling, because we, I guess it forces us to take stock of what we're giving our lives to, and it's a great blessing to us.
Well, you guys are a great blessing to us, and we thank God that you're with us every day in the community. Thank you for all the work you've done with the North Queensland disaster recovery, and we look forward to supporting you with the Salvation Army's Red Shield appeal in May.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Major Ben. So there you have it, folks. The Salvation Army's newly appointed Far North Queensland Corps Officer, Major Ben Johnson, obviously out there in the community on a daily basis, doing so many different things that we don't even get to see. But in May, the Red Shield appeal is one way that we can all help. So please log on to salvos.org.au to find out how you can get involved. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week.